Welcome back to Positive Geek Out. Okay, I am AZ Vault and we're doing another random hero. You gave me a lot of DC ones this time, and well, the one we got was actually an anti-hero. We got Lobo come out of the random generator, and yeah, let's get to it. Lobo's one of these guys that I've never had the pleasure of really being able to follow his own comics, but I've experienced him a lot. He's turned up in a lot of other comics that I've read, and I've never failed to be entertained. Just like Cartman is kind of needed to make South Park amazing, I feel like Lobo does the same thing for DC. He is that absolutely horrific stereotype of a guy that will 100% make the worst choice almost every time. The more I look into Lobo, the more I kind of enjoy him as one of those characters you love, because there's absolutely nothing he would do that you would ever do. It's like watching a train wreck, and I love that about it. He is absolutely the embodiment of uber machismo with this particular guy. The more I look into it, the more I love it. He is one of these guys that can outdo even Wolverine when it comes to his healing factor. Literally, they can blow his head off and he'll come back. Much like Deadpool, this is a character who's been banned from the afterlife. Heaven won't take him, hell won't take him. So you can obliterate his body down to atoms and he will still heal back from his soul and grow back anew. This is a guy who, when he was born, ripped the fingers off his nursemaid and disfigured her, driving her insane. As a kid, he would just go around creating all kinds of mass hysteria, to a point where he even got so bored of being anything like any of the other kids that he started donning his own signature look that he has now, just to stand out, just to be different. This guy is one that's written as a total sociopath and a total narcissist. And a total sexist and a total D-bag, and you know what, it's great to watch him do it. It's one of these ones where, you know, yeah, it's not something you're gonna do, but it like I said, like Cartman, you need a guy who's absolutely that effed up so that you can actually come along and enjoy other people kind of putting him in their place. Now, when there's been a lot of ways this guy's been written. If you look at the newer New 52 version, got a lot of hate. What they did was actually make out that the old Lobo was a fake, and that this new one was actually the real one. A lot of people threw that guy out. They were just like, no, we don't like that. We like the original one. They did try to clean him up a lot, make him into something a little intelligent, or a lot more intelligent, to be honest. A lot more refined, a lot more dignified, strategic, specialized, and yeah, they cleaned him up, trimmed him down, and yeah, ultimately he wasn't well received. I think what they didn't really realize when they were actually making Lobo's retcon and remake was that people love to hate Lobo. You know, he's not the kind of character. It was like if you cleaned up, you know, when they sort of go along and clean up pretty much any character really that's meant to be there to be the foil to the good guys, like the guy that's meant to make the good guys look even better just by existing. Now, he did join the Justice League for a while. He's joined the Green Lantern for a while. At one point there, when Superman was out of action, Batman actually recruited him as the muscle for the Justice League. There's a point there where his brain was meant to have been controlled by a bunch of bad guys, so Batman basically came along, blew his head up knowing he'd come back, but the brainwashing would be gone because, you know, new brain. I love that, actually. And I do love that when he was a teenager, he paid a black market surgeon to have a radio put into his brain that played 24-hour like heavy metal, basically. And it's just, they literally wrote this guy in a way that was just making him as extreme as possible to do anything that you couldn't do with any other character. You know, in the end, you could just simply say, why did he do that? And you're like, well, because Lobo. And yeah, so if you're looking to read Lobo and you're looking to get into Lobo, there's a fair warning heading into it. Lobo is not a character that you're meant to emulate or love, and he's not a hero. He's a very much an anti-hero. This is a guy who destroyed his entire planet because he was bored. and he's the last of his race because of that fact. So yeah, anyway, I've gone over again, trying to keep this to 3 minutes. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, comment really helps. I'm a baby channel, and anything you can do helps me out. I love creating this art for you guys, by the way. It's a really good challenge for me, and if you want to see more, then yeah, comment, like, subscribe. I'm giving away some art when I hit 100 subs. Thanks very much. Bye.
Like, subscribe, notify, and comment all.